Hi, everyone. It is great to see you here. I haven't gone live in a few weeks. I've had some things going on in my personal life, but I am back. I'm going to read the updates from Outschool, and there very recently was one from Budbe this week, a monthly update. So I'll talk about that. I see no one's here yet. Yeah, I know that I haven't been going live, so I can see people probably didn't know I was going to be live. So I will chat with you if you come later, but most of you are probably watching this later. So let's start with, I always start with Outschool because I think more of my viewers are Outschool teachers. I'll leave a few who are also Budbe teachers. All right, so there's this, list one-on-one and short-term January classes now. So I'll show you the more information in a second. Enrollments for January classes have continued to increase over the past 2 weeks, and we expect that number to continue to rise. So they're seeing a shortage of ongoing one-on-one and short-term classes available in January. I have to say that for me, the one-on-one classes have not been profitable. I mean, the group classes are much more profitable. You can charge less, but there's more people paying into the pot, so you make more money. Whereas with one-on-one classes, you have to charge more to make a decent amount, and only one parent is paying into the pot, so that makes it expensive for them. So, I mean, but if that is something, if you're new, maybe you should try. And short-term classes. Ongoing seem to be more popular with both parents and students, although I saw one parent requesting short-term multi-day classes on the Facebook pages today, but usually the ongoing are more profitable, so that's probably why they're seeing a shortage of short-term classes. All right, 2023 class listing checklist. So you can go to this and get more information about making your business great in 2023. All right, here's some seasonal events. This is called the FIFA Cup. I called it the FIFA Cup the other day, and my son and husband made fun of me. I mean, it looks like it would be pronounced FIFA Cup, but it's FIFA Cup, World Cup for soccer. Native American Heritage Month is in November. We have Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and New Year's Eve all in December. So you could do classes for all of those. I don't have classes for any of those. Well, except in one of my ongoing classes, my ongoing history book club, we are doing the first Thanksgiving. And then I have just a short-term video class. It's not holiday themed, but it is a class that people want to book when they're off school. Okay, so data insights, they have January hits, classes in demand, global insights, enrollment trends, and class topic requests. I find that all of these are similar, all of these, insights, and they can be a bit confusing to read. Here, I'll do the topic requests because it's always fun to do that. Like, even if you are not a new teacher looking for topics, sometimes it can help you to know what keywords that you should be doing. Let's see if anyone is here. Oh, hi, Rebecca. Thanks for coming. Did you teach, or are you going to teach today? I have 3 classes starting at the top of the next hour, in a little less than an hour, 3 in a row. Okay, so let me go into the more information for the one Outschool thing. So prepare for January. I wanted to go into that. Okay. So they show a short video. Hold on, is this what I wanted to show you? Okay, so they have January one-on-one topic forecast based on popular classes in January 21. So let me just leave that there so you can look at it for a second, because reading all of that. But tell me if you see your niche here. Math, of course, math always. So Rebecca, that's one of yours, but science isn't on there, surprisingly. Okay. All right, so I watched this video. Excuse me, it's about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's just kind of to encourage you to put up your January classes. Rebecca, have you put up January classes? So here, I said this on Casey's channel, but in case anyone wasn't there, I basically took all those sections I already have and created new sections at the same day and time in January and put them up. If I have a full class, then I did the same day of the week, but a different time for starting in January. So yeah, that's the way to do it, because some people are looking now for January and they don't want to sign up for your ongoing class because they've already got stuff going on. So if you have some sections up for January, then, you know, you can appeal to the people who want classes now, and you can appeal to the people who are looking for January. Okay. So they're really pushing these one-on-one classes. So if bookings are down for you, if you're new, one-on-one might be something to try. Again, it's not really my thing. I have one I could use if someone requested, but I could look at these are the top things that people need one-on-one classes for. And my niche is not one of the top 4, which would explain why I didn't really book when I did try it. But English, math, of course, math. I mean, that's one of those subjects that like your kid needs help and you can't help them. My son is in pre-calc and trigonometry, and I could not help him when he asked. So of course, look at these upper elementary, middle school algebra, geometry, and calculus. Okay, music, of course, that's something that really a lot of people could use one-on-one, and languages, yeah. So then the breakdown. Okay, so here's like a pie chart of the types of one-on-one classes. Let's see, this is, yeah, one-on-one breakdown for January 2022. So this was last year. English and math and music, languages were the top. Semester-long classes, let me leave these up. So I assume they either mean ongoing or multi-day, because either one could be a semester class. Even though ongoing can't build, you can still have like a semester's worth of material. So pretty much looks like all the core subjects, like math, history, of course, Spanish. Okay. Subject breakdown for 2022. So this is last year. Now, it doesn't always mean whatever happened last year is going to happen this year, and things are different. More kids are back to in-person school, but it at least gives you an idea. And, you know, but again, you could totally plan based on last year, and it doesn't mean the same thing's going to happen this year. All right, the semester classes for ages. 10 years old is at the top. Okay, that's good, because I usually have a wide age range for my classes, and no matter what my age range is, 10 is always like right there in the middle, and 11, 9, 12. Okay, this is like my age range that I go for. The younger one is kind of a little more down the list. Plus, I know there are a lot of teachers. Okay, do you teach littles? So the families prefer ongoing. So here's some of the ongoings for littles. Oh, projected to be popular in 2023. So this is not last year's data. This is what's projected coming up. And then breakdown for 2022, ongoing classes specifically, English, arts, life skills, science and nature. Okay. I'm kind of surprised math is way down on the list. Maybe because math doesn't make a good ongoing class. Like you'd have to do probably math games, like, because math tends to build. So that maybe that, because that's the only reason I could see math would be so far down on the list, because this is only talking about ongoing. Class ages, 8, 9, 7, 6. Okay. Short term, they meet for 2 to 7 weeks. They're a great format. So here's some short-term classes. Video production and editing. I have one class, it's only a 2-day class. It doesn't include editing. It includes video production up until the editing though. Short-term class subjects. So here I'll leave this here so you guys can see it. Again, English at the top. Life skills, art. Short-term class ages breakdown for 2022. And again, these are last year. It doesn't always mean that the same thing's going to happen this year. I have to keep saying that because I just don't want people to go based on this and then say, well, that didn't work for me, because it doesn't, things change in a year again. But you can use this as a guideline. 1 Outschool class today, okay? She's trying to do it with a baby and 2 little kids. That means I have to figure out what I will be teaching in January. Why don't you just take the classes you have and create new sections like I did? I should reopen relist fall winter classes. And I love those charts. Yes, helpful. It is helpful to see the breakdown. Okay, so, I did want to just show the parent topic requests. I think those are fun to look at. Even if you're not new, it also could just, again, give you ideas for different keywords you could be doing. Games and gaming. Here, I know you teach a math game class, Rebecca. Book clubs. What book clubs are people requesting? I mean, of course, there's a million books out there. So if this looks like something, you've read or done. Let's look at math. Since Rebecca's here, I'm going to do all her subject. 2nd grade math full curriculum. Adding and subtracting linear equations. And science. Nerve blaster reverse engineering. Okay, that's very specific. High school physics lab. Yeah, no surprise, like the high school. Genetic analysis of ancient human, plant, and animal DNA using okay, that's very specific too. I'm gonna look at social studies, Mexican culture, Marxism, socialism, and communism. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to remain unbiased if I taught that one. So not touching that one. So let's see. All right. I'm going to go to the Budbe updates. I know you don't teach for Budbe, Rebecca, but if anyone's watching, even if you don't teach for them, if you're just curious, sometimes I'm curious what goes on at these other companies. Okay, so these are some things that might be helpful if you work for Budbe. We could see the parents' interest in seasonal or international competition-related classes from the enrollment. Some parents requested book club and PBL classes. PBL. Does anyone know what that is? I don't. Okay, we have replaced the previous November calendar and updated December. The Qatar World Cup might affect enrollment, especially when Korea has a match with another team. All games so far have been at 10 p.m. Eastern Korea, so it only affect a little. Winter vacation start date will vary among elementary schools, starting around December 31st. Okay, contest information. Due to recent Halloween incident in Seoul, we have removed Halloween-related classes from the upper side of the website. Okay, I had to look that up, what happened in Seoul, but here, I'm going to stop share while I explain that. So it looked like there was just a stampede of people. They had some type of Halloween-related activity, and there were just so many people. There was one specific alleyway where a lot of people ended up congregating, and it was a small alleyway for the amount of people. And for some reason, which I couldn't find why when I tried looking, if anyone knows, you tell me, and I didn't have time to go to a deep dive, there was some kind of rush or stampede. Anyone want to tell me why there was a rush or stampede? And some people got crushed and died, about 150 people, some of them being children, because it was a Halloween event. Some children died. So that is very sad. Very sorry if any of your loved ones were affected. And of course, because I'm reading American news, there were some Americans that died. There was a congressman from Ohio's niece who died. There was a couple exchange students who were there for college. So very sad event. I'm sorry to hear about that. And let me finish reading that. Here, monthly updates. Okay, daylight savings will end soon, and to prevent confusion, please double check with the Zoom account schedule, which we will schedule on your behalf. So basically what they're doing is they're just scheduling you an hour early. Well, an hour early for you, which will be the same time for them. because they don't do daylight savings in South Korea. And this company is based in South Korea, where it's like Outschool's based in America. So they're going to go by the teacher's schedule, and that's up to you if you want to move your classes. So we're always happy to hear your voice, and thank you. Okay, so, there was one thing I wanted to read from the more information from Budbe, and that was the parents. So they did like a parent survey, and I thought here, guidelines for teachers is what it's called. I thought that this was important enough to share. So they want to provide a more comfortable, so they have a table of contents, kind of, if you just joined, what you should teach, payment, refund, and all that. All right, so I just wanted to show you that, so you can go and see that if you want to. And okay, so that's all I have for that. I wanted to chat with you a little bit. Okay, good news. I had the best month in October, the best month for all of 2022 as far as making money at Outschool. So that is so awesome. In order to find a month where I did better, I had to go all the way back to May of 2021. So I have not done even better than this in a year and a half. So that was really good. And this is with me taking time off in October. I took a bunch of days off. I think what helped to boost my income, as well as just my, usual ongoing classes, is that I had a flex class and you get paid a lump sum. So I think that helped to balance out, taking some time off. And it wasn't like a full week. It was like a day here, a day there, where I need an appointment and stuff. But I did, and like a half a week vacation that my husband and I did to Florida. So that is awesome. Best month in a year and a half, despite taking time off. Let's see. I already told you my January classes up already. I have enrollments already, which is awesome. And just because Outschool always gets slow for me, I take a break in mid-December. I take a break and restart in January. I already had my video company ask me to work that week. I was planning to take a break. So that's great. I clear my schedule when Outschool's slow anyway to make room for other things. And that, yes. My flex class is doing great. This is the second time around that I am offering it, and it is so easy the second time around. But don't let that fool you, because I've watched so many YouTube videos where people say, it's just passive income. So it makes it sound like you just like throw up a flex class, sit back, and the money pours in. It's a lot of work the first time you do it. So in the summertime, it was so much work. I'm like, I'm never doing this again when I finished. But the second time around, it's so easy. You just have to like put up links. You have to like respond. You're supposed to make it interactive. Well, they did kind of change that. But I'm just going to say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So you can provide all these interactive activities in your flex class, but you can't make the students participate. So I have a few students who comment like here and there, and it just takes a quick second to like comment back to them, which you can do while you're standing in the grocery store line, So they are easy the second time around, not easy the first time. So that's good. My Budbe classes, Budbe's hit or miss. I'm in the middle of like a multi-day dog band class, which ended up with only 2 students. And with multi-day, you got to teach it. But I had the owner of Budbe reach out to me. This is awesome. He reached out to me and said, we have someone who's a blogger who we think your Driver Won't Be Kid class would be a really good class for him. And he's going to write about you on his blog and invite more people. So that class filled up. It was awesome. And they approached me. So I'm doing that for 4 weeks. It was kind of rushed. The timing's not perfect for my schedule, but when the time change comes and the class is an hour earlier, it'll work fine in my schedule. So only 1 more week I have to kind of put up with that. So that's good. Budbe can be hit or miss, but if the owner reaches out to you and says, can you do this class? Then say yes, because that means they already know and have someone interested. Me just throwing up a class here and there, in my book might not. Let's see. So what else did I want to talk to you guys about? Actually, that is it. I start teaching in 40 minutes. So I hope everyone had a great Halloween last night. My son went as a banana, but I can't post it to social media because he's older and doesn't want me to. So anyways, thanks for coming or thanks for watching later. Bye. Zaijian. See you next time.